All right, let's get right to it. We're going to answer a really simple but important question today. How many push-ups do you actually need to do every day to build some serious muscle? Let's break down the real numbers.
You know, a lot of people think that building muscle means you've got to have a gym membership, a rack of heavy weights, and all these complicated machines. But what if I told you the key to real strength was something you could do pretty much anywhere with zero equipment?
Well, that's where the humble push-up comes in, because sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful. This one exercise, something you can do right here, right now, might just be the most effective muscle builder that you're not taking full advantage of.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First up, we're going to uncover the push-up's hidden power. Then, we'll dive into the actual science of how your muscles get bigger. After that, we'll figure out your personal daily push-up goal, show you how to level it up, and finally, we'll cover the absolute must-know rules for success.
So let's jump right into part one, the push-up's hidden power. And trust me, it's way more than just a simple upper body workout.
The real beauty of a push-up is just how many muscles it calls into action all at once. I mean, you're hitting your chest, your back, your shoulders, and your arms, and the whole time, your core has to stay fired up just to keep you stable. It's basically a moving plank. This full-body teamwork forces your heart to pump harder, which is amazing for your cardio health, and it builds that real-world functional strength that you actually use in your day-to-day life.
Now, check out this number, 40. There was this incredible study that found men who could crank out 40 consecutive push-ups had a way lower risk of heart problems over the next 10 years. So why is that? Well, it's because that number shows you have fantastic overall muscular endurance and a really efficient heart. Your push-up count? It's not just about bragging rights, it's a serious indicator of your health.
Okay, so we know push-ups are effective, but how do they actually work? How do they make our muscles bigger? That brings us right into section 2, the science of getting stronger.
The fancy science term for this is muscle hypertrophy. I know, it sounds complicated, but all it really means is your muscle cells getting bigger because of your training. A good way to think about it is like your body's upgrading its muscle fibers from tiny little apartments into giant mansions, just so they can handle more stress the next time. And yeah, push-ups are an amazing way to kickstart that whole renovation process.
So here's how that upgrade happens, in 3 simple steps. First, when you do push-ups, the stress creates these tiny, totally harmless little tears in your muscle fibers. Step 2, your body's repair crew rushes in to fix that damage. But here's where the magic really happens. In step 3, your body doesn't just patch them up. Nope, it rebuilds them bigger and stronger than they were before, getting you ready to handle even more work next time.
All right, you ready? Let's get to the main event here in section 3, your daily push-up goal. It's time to find that magic number that's perfect for you.
This is the million-dollar question, right? It's not about just mindlessly doing hundreds of reps. The real secret is finding a smart, strategic target that's based on where you are right now.
So first things first, you got to test your max reps in one single set, making sure your form is solid. Now, if you can do less than 25, your daily goal is somewhere between 50 and 75 push-ups. If you're in that 25 to 50 range, you should be aiming for about 75 to 150. And hey, if you can already knock out more than 50, then your target is up there at 150 to 250. And the key here is to break that total down into 2, 3, or even 4 manageable sets throughout the day.
But look, think of those numbers as your starting line, not the finish line. The goal isn't to just stay there. Your mission, each and every week, is to add just 1 or 2 more reps to your sets. I know, it sounds kind of conservative, right? But that consistent, little-by-little progress, that is the absolute secret sauce for long-term gains.
And you know what? That idea leads us perfectly into section 4, leveling up your push-ups. This is all about harnessing the incredible power of what's called progressive overload.
Progressive overload is, without a doubt, the foundation of all muscle growth. It just means that you have to keep challenging your body in new ways. Think of it like leveling up in a video game, right? You can either fight more of the easy monsters, that's like adding more reps, or you can go find a tougher boss to fight, which is like making the exercise itself harder. Either way, you're forcing your body to adapt and get stronger.
For instance, just changing your body's angle totally transforms the exercise. An incline push-up, where your hands are up on a bench or a step, is way easier and really hones in on your lower chest. But a decline push-up, where you put your feet up, well, that's a whole lot harder, and it shifts all the focus to your upper chest and shoulders.
And once you've really mastered the basics, believe me, there is a whole universe of variations waiting for you. You've got T push-ups for your shoulders and core, plank push-ups to really test your stability,
diamond push-ups to just hammer your triceps, and even plyo push-ups to build some serious explosive power.
All right, we're at our final section. Let's talk about maybe the 3 most important words in all of fitness: form, rest, and repeat. These are the absolute non-negotiable rules for success.
Seriously, all those reps you're doing don't mean a thing if your form is sloppy. You have to keep your core engaged and tight so your hips don't sag, your head, neck, and spine should look like one straight solid line. And please, make sure your hands are right under your shoulders. That's how you get the most out of every rep and avoid getting hurt.
And hey, remember those little micro tears we talked about? Well, they need time to heal. Your muscles don't actually grow while you're working out. They grow when you rest. The science points to about 48 to 72 hours of rest as being the sweet spot for recovery after resistance training. So listen to your body. Give it the downtime it needs to rebuild.
Look, if there is one single thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. In the world of fitness, quality will always reign over quantity. It's not about how many push-ups you do. It's about how many you do right.
So there you have it. You've got the science, you've got the numbers, and you've got the strategy to build muscle with one of the best exercises on the planet. The only question left is, now that you know the how and the how many, what's the first change you're going to make to your routine?